for some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear. Amazing what fame could do to you. Divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really my feelings. Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog. We aiming for brilliance. High level, maintaining the building. We making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause
the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Safe, safe, safe. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action here. Mond. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mond. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Carlson able to put this one through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Check pass, check pass.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The Browns at 3-10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 50, it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mike 6. Here we go. 4. Check Mike 6, Mike 6. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 6.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You got nothing. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll go again here with Akers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Mike 10. Don't let him breathe.
Back to throw, Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Gets around him. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. 3rd down from the gun, it's Mond. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mond. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers. From 19 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here we go. Yellow, 22. Man out, man out, man out, man out. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
On first down, here's Mond. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mond now off of play action. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air, Mond. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Chris Godwin from 13 yards out. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're...
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Niners 31, Browns nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10. Cut. 10's a Mike. 10.
Out of the gun, Watson. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
I got you. Hey, Watson.
Go pink.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a punt.
Go.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Now Mond.
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, 49ers.
Zay Jones.
62 yards.
And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
I smell fear in that offense. Big
Off of play action, it's Watson. Being chased out left. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike 6. Mike 6.
A final shot before the break. Watson, he's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mon looks to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mon going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Browns drive about to get started.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Going right back to Akers. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Jones will come now in motion right.
I'm coming after you.
Off the play fake, Mond.
High throw, but he makes the catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
They'll set up a throw. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Mond out of the shotgun. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. He completes it to Jones. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 50, green. Check.
On play action, they'll throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Okay,
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Stay with your man.
54 is Mike.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Good. Watch the twist. Mike 54. Mike.
A 2nd down throw now for Mond.
Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
I got you, punk. Watch 8.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Chris Godwin
with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. 31. D-line.
To try again after the sack. Watson. And now here is another interception.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken at about the 1.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fields this way up at the 17.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
56. Mike. 56. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Throwing again is Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Watson looks to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Chase Young.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Clause 10.
On 2nd and goal, Mond. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
He'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful,
and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Mike 10. Mike 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Check safety. Mike 10. Mike 10. Let's go.
The man in motion is Brown. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Niners, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.